What is going on, guys? My name is Phamily Shucks and welcome back to another episode of Clash of Clans. Looking at home base for a little bit, we do have some upgrades going. I got my air defense, my Tesla, and also my Archqueen going to level 20, so I'm really excited about those finishing up. And then glancing at the clan wars, we will be facing Exceneray again, so this is the second time we've been paired up with them, and I'm really looking forward to getting some replays in that clan war. But now we're looking at my attack log. I did change my farming strategy. I changed it to UnitySharp's guide that he showed on the forums, and for those who don't know it, it's just basically the hog and healer strategy. And I've known about the strategy for quite some time, but since I'm not Dark Elixir farming at the moment, I just decided to go for gold, and this is a nice variant of the hog strategy. It's surprisingly time efficient. It probably only takes 20 to 25 minutes for the whole army to train, and that's pretty much equivalent to just queuing up a Barch army. And on top of that, it's pretty lenient on the Dark Elixir usage. I only use roughly 18 hogs, so it's not that much compared to using a full hog army of 32 plus hogs. Here we are with our first raid. Right after I lured out the heroes, I will be entering from this right hand side, and I'm going to let my hogs go into the core, into that second layer. Luckily this guy did not have an anti-hog base, which played a lot in my favor, so that way my hogs can work around the base much more easily. As you saw on the initial deployment of my hogs, right after they got hit by that giant bomb, I placed down 4 healers, and then as they worked their way around the base, I placed down an additional 2 more on the side, so that way I can anticipate where my hogs will go, so that way the hogs will be able to be healed by the healers. So now my hogs are just going to roll all around the base. They're going to take out all the defensive buildings, and it's going to be an easy clean sweep from here. Now the reason I like this strategy with the 6 healers is because I don't have to use so many heal spells. You might see me use some heal spells from time to time, but a majority of these raids will be limited to probably 1 heal spell, and the rest of the healing will be done by the healers. So last night, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I tweeted that I was on a stream with another YouTuber and also another person. That YouTuber was Clash on Gans. Shoutouts to him. He does have a YouTube, which I will link in the description. And the other person who was in that Skype call with us was named Trey, and they're both part of the clan called Dream Chasers, and it was probably the funnest stream that I've ever been a part of. It was a blast. We streamed for 4 hours. We went from 9 o'clock all the way till 1 in the morning, and we're thinking of doing another one probably Monday, and it's going to be sometime in the morning or afternoon, and we're thinking of getting much more people like White if he can join, and also some other people like Jess and more people. I don't know. It's going to be a fun time, and I hope you guys will be willing to join us and spend some hours with us on that Memorial Day. So as you can see, this raid wrapped up a nice 100% with 360,000 gold and that 26 trophies, which was nice. But we got a nice 100k DE to start this Archqueen level 20. That's going to be coming in 7 days, and she's going to be an absolute beast. I can't wait for her to finish up, and she's going to help so much when I'm using the Barbarian and Archer strategy. Now going into that, a lot of people are asking when that Barbarian and Archer strategy or that tutorial is coming out. Now I know I promised that part 2 coming out soon, but I keep on putting it off, and you know, I don't want to do it, but I have to, and it will be coming soon, guys. I promise it will be coming soon. You just got to be a little bit patient. I know a lot of people are starting to push now, and they're really eager on learning how to barch, but in general, it's pretty easy if you think about it. It's just that when it comes to barching in higher trophy leagues, it gets a little bit difficult. In general, barch is pretty easy. Now, this kind of ties into my next topic that me and another person on the forums we're planning on organizing a Barch event where it's only Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 10s who only use Barch for that certain amount of time when we trophy push and go for champ, and we can share replays, strategies, and army compositions, and things that will help you become a better Barcher. And at the same time, we're thinking of getting some top-notch Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10 Barch champions, mostly from Wrath of God, and we got Howie from In the Dark. We're hoping to get those guys. We got Black Dragon, we got Jindu, Poisonous Fog, and a ton of other players who are very skilled with Barch. And overall, it's going to be a very fun, or hopefully very fun, community event. And we also can't forget the YouTuber Clash with Cam. So I'm really looking forward to forming this event with other formers, or if it already gets formed, just joining the event and having a blast with other people in the community. So as you can see, there's a lot of barching hype going on going into the summer, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. So now transitioning into the gameplay, you can just see that all my hogs destroyed all of his defensive buildings, and it's just simple cleanup from here. Now another reason why I like carrying my healer is because if my Barbarian King gets damaged, my healer will be able to heal him all the way back up to full health, and he'll have no regen time when we head back to base, so that way I can attack continuously since my Barbarian King is a huge part of my cleanup crew. So you can just see there's 1% left, that gold mine is about to go down, and then we get another 100%. Now with this strategy, it will be really common that you'll probably get 100% on every single base that you attack, because most of these bases down at gold 2 are mostly premature and they don't have anti-hog bases, kind of like this one and also the previous raids. Your hogs will have no problem just walking right through this base. Now this strategy is not recommended if you're trying to conserve dark elixir, because honestly down at gold 2 you rarely find any dark elixir, mostly just gold. So if you're farming gold, this is a nice, easy strategy. It's going to be a little costly on the Dark Elixir, probably averages around 1,000 cost of Dark Elixir. So if you have the Dark Elixir to spend, just go with it and you can farm a ton of gold. Now this day when I was farming had a shit ton of gold. Every single raid was like this and more. 300k raids were common. And I was able to farm 5 million gold that day, which isn't a lot to some people, but for me that's a shit ton because I don't farm that much per day. Probably only farm around 3 to 4 million. But this was enough to get me that Archer Tower, which is actually finishing today in probably a couple more hours. And I'm probably close to getting another one to level 11, I think. I don't know. They're just black Archer Towers. I don't know what they're called. But I have another one close. I just need 2 million more gold for that one. And then I'll be getting closer to maxing out all my Archer Towers, which I'm really looking forward to. So as usual, once my hogs take out the rest of those defenses, it's just going to be simple cleanup from here. And my hogs are just going to destroy each of those wizard towers one by one. Defensive structures are going down, and once that air defense goes down, then my hogs will start targeting all of the buildings around them, like the gold, the town hall, the dark elixir, and all that stuff. And then we have my barbarian king working on the top. Speeding up right now, we're just going to have these buildings just getting destroyed one by the hogs. They're not going to get damaged that much. They're going to simply just take out all the storages in the inside and then work their way on the outside with the Barbarian King following. So that's about it for today's episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll try and post some more, but that's about it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. By the way, I made that was my bitch.